Where was your worst location you had your stand-up comedy show? Wolverhampton, 2 years ago, a few days after Boxing Day. I'm on the stage, I'm performing. It was a predominantly black room, but there was like an Asian family at the front, but all like men. You're already embarrassed because I said Asian. Is that what it is? Okay. These brothers were drunk off the top. This brother was throwing money at the stage at us, right, for every joke that we did. It felt like an auction. It felt like an auction. There was one side going, don't give me no money. Like, come on, behave yourself. The other side said, you know, it's Christmas still. I'll take this. So it was weird because he's throwing money like I'm a stripper, you know, at like the stage. And then this guy who was in the middle, I could only describe him as like a skinny looking predator, yeah? Not like Andrew, I mean like the character in the movies, yeah? That one. He had like his shoulder pads on and he had locks that came down, but he looked like he was vicious because he just got angry when I spoke about the area. And he stood up and he started cussing me from the seat, saying, look at you though, you're ugly and all of that. And he got vexed because I talked about the area. And I was like, thought he was just playing along for a little bit, yeah? So I was like, no, shut up, lad, you're like an idiot. And I just carried on until he kept going on. And I started getting annoyed because he was cutting up my show whilst also interrupting the people around him. So me, I could do one of two things. I could go, you know what, let me just calm it down, ignore it, just let it fly because he might be a bit drunk. Or I could do the ignorant thing, I could rile him up more and say, come outside and so on and so forth, right? And I'm not an idiot. So I did the ignorant thing and I said, on the stage, I said, brother, you know what? You got something to say? Outside me and you will talk, innit? Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Uri Styler. I've got a brother to box in his face. I'll see you lot later. And I walked off the stage. I walked literally to where he was. And I was like, you want to talk? Come outside. And the show's still going on. I wasn't the last act. So the host has got to bring on somebody else at the same time as I'm walking outside. And he comes outside and he wants to talk to me. I go to talk to him and I get closer to him. I realize he's taller than I actually thought, you know. If this is me, this is him, yeah? But he was skinny, so I'm broad. So I feel like, you know, the weight distribution, I can still get a thump in his face. And as I'm talking to him, what was your problem? What did I say that was so wrong? Like, we talked about the area, I never liked it. His demeanor changed. He was like, you know what? I apologize. I didn't mean anything by that. And I was like, you know what? Good. He's humbled himself. He said sorry. I stood my ground. I said, yeah, don't do that again. He's like, I won't do it again. I promise you, yeah? And I said, good. All right, then. I'm going to go and enjoy the show. And I turned around, and there's these two big brothers behind me. They were on my side. The reason he was humbling himself weren't because of me. It's because my brethren's, like, sons were standing behind me. I'm there puffing my chest. Yeah, what? Sit down the next time I'm talking to you, yeah? And I turned around, and they're there, and I said, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. But behave yourself, because they'll say something, yeah?